Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and gamers, to another episode from LORECRAFT. So we're back here at this big dig. We have this here. I like this, but there's another one that I like the way we did it even more. So let's just come on over here at the very bottom. It feels more corrupted, more acidic, and all we did was remove the hard concrete on the edges. So I think we're gonna do another one of these. To get the coarse dirt so we can get rid of the concrete on the top of these, because I didn't bring coarse dirt. So I think we're going to work on that. But one of the things that we have, I want to do, I really want to talk about, is something that has been on my mind a little bit. Some of you may know I work with people. There we go. Thank you for letting me. I work with people a lot. One of my main jobs in life is to help people through the hard times they're going through. Why does that say glass? Did I never... What do you mean I didn't turn it into lime glass? I'll be back. Alright, welcome back. This is better. I have, instead of glass, I have limestone glass. I can't believe I actually made that mistake. Oh, man. But, where were we? So, there's something I want to talk about. This is going to be more of a talkative episode, I guess you'd say. Simply because of the fact that, as you guys know, I work with people. Those of you that have been here for a while will know that my full-time job, my traditional full-time job, I would say, is that I assist those with developmental disabilities in home and help them to live a full and happy life. Sometimes that means helping them learn how to act in society. Sometimes it's helping them learn to speak English because no one ever took the time to help them learn in a way that they could learn. That's one aspect of what I do, though. Another thing I do is I do, not professional yet, but I do counseling. I help people that are having a hard time in life. I feel like that's long enough. Yes, it is. I like the fact that, like, I was thinking it's a liquid. Like, it shouldn't be perfectly straight. But another thing I do is I help people, like, I do counseling and stuff like that. And I help people with hard things in their life where maybe it's not always the most public of matters, easy to say, you know, home issues, friend issues, marriage issues, anything like that. And one of the things that I've noticed is how people react and respond. And I kind of want to address this because it's something that it bothers me a little bit. And I hope that I'm not going to make anyone upset, uncomfortable, anything like that, but I gotta speak my mind here, is the fact that I believe that most people nowadays in the modern world are doing friendships wrong. Most people, instead of valuing a friendship, are happy to have a friendship, but they're not willing to fight to keep it very much. And that used to be me. So I am preaching to myself here a little bit, I guess you could say. Preaching to the choir, but that's something that always bothered me, is the fact that very often many people, I feel like this is a good size, many people will, instead of, and I want to do set up a few of these before I start going at them and digging deep. So, but I feel like many people will, instead of valuing a friendship, they will have a friendship and call that good. And the best way I can describe it is, have you ever opened up to someone about something that's been hurting you and bothering you and then apologized for it? Excuse you, be class. That's the issue I'm talking about. Nowadays, we're expected to apologize for not being perfectly happy at all moments, at any moment of the day. Which I think is a problem. No one is meant to be happy at all times. If we were, there'd be no issues. Everything would be all good and perfect. And that's just not the way it is. Is this looking like it's coming from here or from the side? That doesn't look like it's coming straight from it. We're gonna have to bend the bottom of it. And one thing that always bothered me is that many people nowadays will think to themselves that if they have a problem, they need to deal with it on their own. They need to apologize for having that problem. It's inappropriate to be upset and let people know that you're having a hard time, and that's just not true. It's just not true. Many people, we've all had hard times, and the fact that we have to apologize for needing help from a friend is kind of ridiculous. And one of the things, I just finished in school, well, almost finished, it's finals week by the time this comes out, is a master's level counseling course. And this master's level counseling course, I know that they did what they could to make this a good counseling course. But I think it was awful. Because by the end of it, what I learned was that we don't know how to be friends, so we hire professionals. We don't know how to tell someone it'll be okay, so we get someone else to do it for us. And when someone's hurting, we shouldn't have to do that. We should be able to have friends that are willing to stand up for that. And I'll be honest, it's not the most common thing anymore. So I want to have this talk. This is something that's been bothering me. I want to encourage you guys. If you guys are having a hard time, don't be ashamed of that. Obviously there's a limit. Don't make your friends be wary around you from how often you're dragging them down or anything like that. But I'm saying like the day-to-day things where it's like, today's hard because I feel overwhelmed and stressed and I just need a good friend. You should be able to have that friend. Like, go out and find them and talk to them. Don't apologize for saying you're having a hard time, because they're going to need you too. And we very often decide that I'm having the hardest time flying today, and I don't know why. We decide so often that this is hard, this is difficult, I shouldn't share it, and we should. We shouldn't be ashamed of being friends. We shouldn't be ashamed of talking with people. So I just want to encourage you guys that it's okay if you're having a hard time. You're not expected to be perfect at all times. And if you are, don't expect that of yourself. That's something I did for a long time and just wasn't, it's not healthy. It's just plain and simple, not healthy for you. Because none of us are really capable of it. So yeah, guys, don't push it. That looks so much better. Don't push yourselves to do and be something that you're not right now. It's not fair to you, it's not fair to those around you. And I don't want to start with this one. Things can attack me underneath. I don't like it. Don't be ashamed of the fact that you're having a hard time, because we're meant to have a hard time. That's what each other are for. We're meant to rely on each other and ask for help and talk to each other. So if you have a friend that's struggling, be a friend to them. I beg of you, be a friend to them. If you're the one struggling, find a friend, tell them that you're having a hard time, yeah, but don't apologize for them having to be a friend, because it's a privilege. Someone willing to open up shows how much they trust you, how much you trust them, and it is a privilege to be there for someone during those messy moments. We don't always see it like that, though. Sometimes we see it as it's a burden, it's hard, it's difficult. I'm tired too. Like, why do I have to handle it right now? Be happy that your friend is willing to open up to you, because not everyone's comfortable with that. And sometimes when they're opening up to you, it's a great opportunity for you to help them, for you guys to bond. And next time you need help, they're going to be there for you, hopefully. And here's the part that's hard to say. I don't like to cause drama. I don't like to make people upset. I don't like to make people sad. I mean, the point of this channel is be happy, relax, get away for a bit. But this is something I've been noticing a lot. A lot of you guys have reached out to me and talked to me, and I will always accept it, and I will always be happy for you guys to come and talk to me. But we shouldn't be afraid, to be honest. I feel like this is looking better and better. Let's get an aerial view up here. We shouldn't be afraid to be transparent. And those friends that make you feel that you need to apologize for having a hard time, are bad friends. They don't mean to be bad friends. They don't want to be bad friends. They don't realize that they're being bad friends, but that's what they're being at that moment. Is that a slime? Buddy, buddy. And chaloop. Oh, I missed. So that's my 2 cents on the issue. It's something that bothers me a lot when I see it. We aren't supposed to be upset with ourselves. We're not supposed to be discontent. We're not supposed to be fighting it. We're supposed to be there for each other. 1, 2, 3, I think 4 layers. We're gonna do 3 on these though. So yeah, takeaway all summed up. Don't be ashamed of struggles you're going through. Don't be afraid to talk to your friends, because that's what they're supposed to be there for. That's 1 down. Nope, not that. I'm struggling. I'm struggling. That's the other thing we need. So, but don't be ashamed of where you're struggling, where you're at. And don't be afraid to be honest. That's something that so many people are afraid of nowadays, is to be transparent. And I get it. It's not easy. It's not something that comes naturally to all of us. It's not something that we want to do ever. If we're honest with ourselves, we never want to be transparent. A lot of time even with ourselves, but don't be afraid to tell a good friend when you're having a hard time, because a good friend is supposed to be there for you. That's what the friends are for. Did I kitty corner this at some point? I kitty cornered this at some point. Guessing this way. Yes, thank you. So that's my 2 cents on the issue, though. I kitty cornered this multiple times, which bothers me because that was like my one rule about what not to do. Wow, I'm gonna have to go above and fix this, but yeah, guys, just don't be afraid to be honest. It's just something I've been seeing a lot lately, and it's honestly kind of discouraging to see people afraid to be real, because we aren't meant to be able to wear a mask all our lives and pretend everything's okay. I always think of the old Walmart logo, where it was just this big yellow smile, and no one's meant to have that on all the time. And so often we'll sit there and pretend to have it on all the time. And that creeper looks weird through that glass block. I'm gonna, quick little clip, show that again. Zoom in down that. That's like, what? What? But, yeah, guys. This is, did he despawn? That jerk. You guys probably know when I do these talky episodes. Transparency and honesty, I think, is very key for a series or YouTube or public relations, I guess is one way to put it. Like, and wow, I overshot that big time. I'll be honest with you, it's Friday. I had a very hard time thinking of how to do all this stuff, because I mean, this is a good amount of work, and I don't want to just show a video where it's like, all right, and we're gonna start this. 2 minutes later, all right, I'm done. I'll see you next week. So, a little bit talky. If you don't like, did I shoot myself? No. Okay, I thought I shot myself. But I'm going to finish up 2 of these probably. I'll show you guys how it looks, and we'll talk a little bit more when it's done. I have there's an announcement for the channel coming up pretty soon, so we have to have that chat. Nothing too serious. It's mostly happy, good news. It's just I have to tell you the news. So I'll be back in a little bit to share that with you, and I'll see you guys then. All right. So, but oh dang, that was okay. My bow has, as you can tell, very low durability. So I thought this is the first bow that we made, and I thought we would watch it break together. But I'm a good shot, unfortunately, actually. Well, hope you guys enjoyed that one shot. Here's how this looks. It's a thin one, and I think that a thin, like, fissure of acid every once in a while would like make a lot of sense. So traveling up it, it doesn't look as good as I think the wide ones do, but looking down, like, that's an acid ravine. Same thing as all the others. I think it's gonna look really good once we break out the top layer of glass. So let's take a look at how that'll change it. I feel like it's gonna look much better. Is that the correct English? Someone down in the comments tell me if that's the correct English. Someone also down in the comments tell me if correct English is the correct English. I swear this is my first language. Alright. So where were we? Right here. I feel like this is going to make it... It's going to give that little bit. That depth at the top of it just changes it. Working with a shape like this is very strange. It's been pushing me a lot to be able to think outside the box in... Even though we have all of our rules for it, it's still pushing me to think outside the box. I mean... That... No? There should be... Okay. And then we'll go down here. That's what I did wrong. Okay. How does that look from sky high? Let's see. Oh, what I was talking about might happen. What? Yeah, we're shooting each one of these. This bow is still good, huh? Alright. It sounds weird that I'm complaining that my bow hasn't broken yet. What happens when you're a YouTuber? Alright, let's get up here. I feel like that looks good. It's not like this, where it's like very vibrant. It's dark. Simply because it's thin. I feel like this is going to be one of those where we can add these in, but we got to be scarce with it. Like, we can't have like 3 of these near each other. Like, we need to spread them out because it looks strange-ish. Like, it's a good strange. Like, this is supposed, if it doesn't look strange, it's not right. But you can see, like, that feels a lot more natural than this because it's so thin that indent almost looks a little strange, but it's like an acid fissure instead of an acid lake this time. And it's making me think we should make what it would be a good color, you guys think, for a fissure in this, like, and I mean a grand, like, from there, go across, like, right next to it, up to there, fissure in the ground, like, just splitting the earth open. Like, should I just go with black and make it look like a dark abyss? Should I do something else? Should it be purple and magical? Like, what do you guys think? I want to know. But yeah, that looks good. I'm going to work on eeny, meeny, miny, mo, this one. Welcome back, guys. So I was looking at I figured out what it was that was different that made this look so bright and these not. Is the fact that these are actually, this is level with the ground. I did not notice that. This one is not. It's a little darker, but it's wider. So I'm pretty happy with this. It was a different kind of episode. We don't normally have talky episodes here on this channel. You guys know that. And so it was nice being able to have something a little different. Especially since it is finals week for me, so it's a little difficult to get everything done for you guys, but it's good and I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoy. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And the announcement that I said I had is June. Let me get a photo of this before I don't have a chance. Is the fact that I have I'm going to be taking, after June 2nd, which is a Saturday, so episode 56 of LORECRAFT will come out. I'm going to have 2 weeks off from the channel. This is because I am going out of state, and I don't want to be... the bow broke. 2.0. But I'm going to be out of state, so, I was thinking I can record all that ahead of time. I could do that, but I'm doing school through the summer, and I'm just thinking... I think that would be best for me if I got a bit of a break, was able to just sit there with maybe a notepad, write down all my ideas for what I want to do in the videos after that break, come back refreshed. So there'll still be a little bit stuff like I'm going to try to record the Building with Fire series ahead of time, so that way we can still upload then, hopefully. But yeah, gonna have from basically June 3rd until I believe it is June 17th off. And I hope you guys are okay with that. Just a bit of a break, just a vacation, just to be able to relax, focus on schoolwork, get ahead, so we're able to do more here and have more fun through the summer. So I'll catch you guys back here with the next one. Goodbye.